All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome back after our 10-day break here as we resume ACC play here in Winston-Salem. This always been traditionally actually a rather tough play. Hey, Ash, hey, puppy. First thing he does is he's going after this tape. Traditionally a tough place to play for us and spawning quite a few very close games. So I expect, and especially having had a 10-day break, I actually expect to see a bit of rust here early on, and I would not be surprised if yeah. In any case, here we go. Welcome in Orlando Fry. Welcome in. Yes, no Cam tonight. I'm actually recovering from laser eye surgery. So I can sort of half see what is going on in the game. I'm in my living room watching this on the big screen. So yeah, so that's where we're at, and I think I'm gonna have to fix my scoreboard here. Chris Hand, welcome in with a big "Let's go Duke." That first 3-pointer for Duke, slightly off there, as I have chat up on a phone, and then I've got the rest of the scoreboard and everything. The setup is a bit scuffed tonight, but I'm trying to stay away from like being close to screens, if you know what I'm saying. As Matthew Marsh for Wake Forest connects for the first 2 points. Your 5 on the floor for Duke: Roach, Proctor, Mitchell, Ryan, Young, and Filipowski. So no Whitehead and no Lively in the starting lineup. So those will come in off the bench. Filipowski picks up right where he left off before the break, and he's got 2. He's got 2 of them in the early going here. Now, Jeremy Roach, of course, back in. He missed that Eastern Maryland Eastern Shore game with a right toe sprain or something or others, but he is back. So as kind of we predicted, right? We didn't see there was no walking boots, so we're like, well, there's no walking boot. He's just going to take a 10-day rest plus the game, and he's going to be like good to go by the next one. And here we are. So yeah, everything is fine. By the way, it didn't. Hopefully they don't overdo the eggnog like me. The procedure went fine, so I just have to like. It was actually so funny. It was supposed to be yesterday, and then like the bed that they use for the LASIK thing broke, so they had to reschedule me for today. So I would have been like totally fine and like ready to go, because I was literally planning around the Duke game, right? Which is what us Blue Devil fans do. We basically plan our lives around Duke games. So Filipowski's trying to post up here. Is Proctor on the left wing? No, back to Young, actually. And Young is going to go in. He's going to take Marsh one-on-one. And Ryan Young, with a nice little spin move there, gets the lefty hook to go. And he's got 2. So that's 4 for Duke here. Well, I didn't want to really miss the streak. Well, number one, I wasn't going to miss the game. So I was like, literally told the people this morning, I'm like, look, I got a 6:30 Duke game. Can I watch this thing or not? And they're like, well, yeah, you can. And then I'm like, all right, great. So we're streaming. Done. That's because Cameron Hildreth gets 2. And it's 4-4 here in the early going between these two. I would have felt more comfortable if this game was in Cameron, I suppose, because, well, actually, I take that back. I think, was it the last 2 games in Cameron against Wake Forest have been basically buzzer beaters, right? I think it's the one couple years ago. I usually think the 2 of the last games in Cameron have been like very close buzzer beaters. 3-pointer here for Wake, no good. Long rebound to Mark Mitchell, and actually that should have been a foul against Marsh, but nothing called there. As Filipowski's going to clear this up to Proctor. Duke with an opportunity to run a bit in transition, and then the trailing Mitchell here as he's going to go into the ACC paint, and he will get stripped. That was a bizarre play on offense here by Duke. As the alley-oop to Marsh, my goodness. Wake Forest converts there in transition. Marsh has 4. Whew, baby. Hey, what's up, Timothy? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a good afternoon / early evening. Filipowski's in a perfect position, actually gets blocked from behind. The trees of Wake Forest blocking Filipowski there as the double team came over. And, well, still 6-4 here for the Demon Deacons. Yeah, I am expecting a bit of rust here for Duke, especially after the whole final exam period, but not terrible, honestly. Is this three-pointer from Wake off in the corner? Actually, they're going to call Jeremy Roach there with a foul, which is a silly, silly foul, as Tyree Appleby there will be at the free throw line shooting three. And we've hit the first media timeout here. 6-4. Oddly enough, I am actually ahead of the Gamecast for the first time because I'm watching it direct on cable. So I think Wake's floor makes it blurry for some reason. So you're saying it's not just my eyesight; it's actually the floor of Wake Forest. Oh, what's up with the camera? Yeah, I said no cam tonight because I was recovering from eye surgery. So I'm trying to like stay away from like be very far away from screens and such. We might be able to have a puppy camera later. I can put the puppy. We can do a puppy camera at some point tonight though. Maybe in the second half we'll do a puppy camera. One game like in 2016, I remember West Virginia, the screen looked like colors were glitching due to the floor color. Oh man. No, I think it's actually I think it'll be fine. So, who watched the World Cup final in chat? I have to say I'm very happy with I know Orlando is very sad about Morocco, but I have to say they played a hell of a tournament to get as far as they did, and even the game against Croatia was actually quite entertaining. But I I have to say the final really delivered there, I think, for us on Sunday afternoon. So I was very I mean I was rooting for Messi on that one. Yeah. Oh yeah, to me it's nothing serious. It's just like LASIK surgery, right? So I don't have to wear glasses anymore, which is actually kind of cool. And I should be fine by tomorrow. Yeah. But thanks, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, Messi. I think we're all very happy for Messi for sure. Actually, I think the nice thing about the final, as I was telling people, is that the stars showed up, right? Like it would have been very, I think it would have been a huge letdown if like we had a World Cup final and like, you know, for example, like France won, but like, oh, Messi didn't really play a good game, or the other way around, right? Or like Argentina won and Mbappe didn't have his best game or something, and then you say, well, it's unfortunate, but no, but like the stars showed up for both teams, and it's like, it's kind of like when you watch when we have a when you have an NCAA tournament final and like both teams just like play, and it's just like a very high quality game from both teams, and you have both team stars like putting up 15 to 20 points, and at the end of the day somebody has to win, but like you just end up making one more play than the other guy. Like it felt like one of those, right? It felt like one of those games, and so I feel like we definitely got our money's worth out of that one. And ESPN is glitching on the scoreboard. I like it shows score then goes away 2 seconds later. Oh, interesting. When clicking on it. Huh. AKA Duke versus yeah, like Duke versus Butler was one. Yeah. Yeah, so Timmy, you haven't had to wear glasses. I actually never minded wearing glasses. To be fair, I was not a contact lens guy. I really never really liked wearing contacts. Primarily, I think because I'm just too lazy to wear them. Um, as actually Appleby converts 2 out of 3 of the lines, so it's 8-4 here, Wake Forest. But welcome in all the Duke fans here tonight as we resume ACC play. By the way, we don't have another game until after Christmas, so here's Roach for 3. That shot is way off there. Um, so early Merry Christmas to everybody, as I don't think we'll see each other. There is an ACC game, but afterwards, like the week after. So as we got a 3-pointer here from Wake Forest, that actually, oof, I thought that was going to go long. That hits. So 11-4 Wake. No real surprise here in the scoreline, to be honest. This is, well, yeah, this actually is, come to think of it, the first true road game for AC in conference play for our freshman, as Filipowski's going to take 3. That's slightly off there. Yeah, we got the easy one at home to start against BC's. The 3-pointer by Andrew Carr from the left wing, also off. And Roach is going to take this one off the dribble. He should be able to go into the paint there. And actually, we get a kick out back out to Grandison to Blake's, and now over to Grandison, who's almost used a little chicken wing there. And this maybe committed 2 offensive fouls on that play, to be honest, as Jacob Grandison connects for 2. I am slightly behind. Yeah, so the what I'm so the YouTube stream is probably the stream is probably slightly behind real I'm watching it on actual cable, so this is basically as close as we get to real life. And good to know I can actually ban people from my phone. That's extremely convenient. Thanks for there we go. Big Sky Traveling Trio with a Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Early Christmas. And make sure to go and get your fellow Duke fans something Duke themed for Christmas, a jersey perhaps, a t-shirt, something warm, Duke pullover, Duke shoes. Yeah. So quick timeout on the floor. I think they're reviewing the Grandison play for potential off. That was the one where I was like, I think he just elbowed the guy in the stomach. I think is yeah. This is the one where I'm like, I think Grandison just got away with a chicken wing. This is Davian Williamson from Wake Forest. Hey, no eating the table. Honestly, if upon official review, I don't think there's anything here. Like if we look at them, get them a beanie. Yeah, you can definitely do that. I really don't think there's anything here, and this is just a play on. The live looked way worse than the actual replay, to be fair. Yeah, we just play on here. It kind of looked like a flop on the replay, to be honest. I don't think he really touched him. Grandison now guarding, was this Williamson? No. This is Bradford, actually. As Bradford's going to go up, and Ryan Young's going to bring down the rebound there. Opportunity for Duke to cut into the lead here, which is currently 5 by Wake. Jalen Blake's trying to feed the ball into Filipowski. It's actually going to be a kick ball here. So we got ACC update. Lipscomb 33, Louisville 22. Oh no. Oh no. Jeremy Roach here with the fadeaway jump shot, and Blake's is actually going to get the rebound. You know what? I don't care if he got away with a pushback. That guy, Blake's got up for that rebound with both hands. Nicely done, Jalen Blake's, with the extra effort as Wake Forest and driving into the paint. And this is a crazy play there. And it winds up in the lap of Filipowski, who scuffs the pass. What? Okay, so Filipowski was trying to pass it left to a cutting, I can't quite remember who was to the left of him, but anyway, he like completely fumbles the ball and it goes off a Wake Forest foot serendipitously, although our 3-pointer is no good off the quick inbounds play. The ESPN camera barely even caught that, as the alley-oop there by Wake Forest is not going to connect. Too high for Bradford, as it just goes out of bounds. So Wake Forest leaving the door open here for us. Also, North Alabama beat Ole Miss 66-65. Chris J11. Wish Lively and Reek were playing. Okay, wait a sec. So is there I missed the intro part of the game then. Are they just like out? We just like don't have them at all. It's a beautiful 3-pointer by Grandison. He's got 5 tonight. Because I also would be We have no, that would be interesting. I'll have to look that up exactly what that was all about. Oh God, that's an and one by Wake. By Tyree Appleby there. The ACC is absolute junk this year. Well, aside from UVA and well, yeah, Carolina has gone down south, I guess. Also, our star is Kyle Filipowski, to be honest. He's like the most consistent player and has been the entire season. Proctor needs to step up though, and he needs to actually like grow into his role and be the star. As he's gonna dive in. Oh, he's gonna get fouled going up. And oh, foundational Black American 1526. My wife is at the game. Go Duke. Very nice. Does he have hopefully she's got some good seats there. I've been to the Wake Forest Arena once. I went to an away game at Wake Forest. It was quite an experience. That's awesome. Tyrese Proctor makes his first at the free throw line. And misses the second, actually. Rebound there by Hildreth as Wake Forest comes up with it. I actually kind of see what you mean now. The floor looks way reflective for the camera. It's really awkward. Especially from this camera angle that they have, this latest one here. Hildreth calling for a high screen and being guarded by Blakes. And he will take this one himself, but it's short. That shot is nowhere close as Mark Mitchell picks up the rebound and Tyrese Proctor is going to take this up. There comes the Wake Forest double team, which means Grandison is wide open in the corner and he is fouled by Mark Mitchell. That three-pointer is no good. Actually, if there's no Whitehead and Lively, that really the offensive rebounding is going to be really difficult there. As we've seen a lot of one and done shots like that previous possession. There's a bit of a one and done action there, and really no defense inside as Davian Bradford gets an easy two as he just beats Filipowski. Ryan Young over to Mitchell as Blake splits the double team at the top. He should be able. Okay, he's going to get it back outside to Mitchell, and Mitchell's. Oh, that's a line drive three-pointer. As Mark Mitchell connects, he's got 5. He's gonna have to step up tonight. The next whistle is going to take us to the under 12 timeout here, and by the way, can't go. Oh, and then let's see. So Hildreth going. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. Hildreth, the turnaround jump shot. Oh my God, turnaround jump shot by Davian Williamson looks quite good. 18-15. Hey, Pup's going crazy in the background. Mark Mitchell with the spin move and can't get the finish. Out of bounds. Actually, this play will stay with Wake Forest here. So, oh goodness, Timothy, that's a bit crazy. Oh wow, this is coronavirus there. Yeah, damn. That is kind of nuts. Hold on. Hey, come here. Come here, pup. All right, let me see what is the story on what is the story on Mitchell and the team here? What are they? So I'm a little late to it because I was recovering from this surgery here. Come on. Why is my Duke app not working? That's annoying. Okay, I know, actually. I know what to do. Let's go to the Twitter. Starters at Wake, starting five. Oh, I see. Dariq Whitehead and Derek Lively will miss tonight's game at Wake Forest due to non-COVID related illness. Ah, that was a late, well, that was posted 4 hours ago. That was that was posted at like 3 p.m. I see. Interesting. Yeah, okay. All right, so it was a non-COVID related illness. No wonder. So let's do so out. Gosh, that really puts us at a well, if we can walk away from Wake Forest with a win without Lively and without Whitehead, man, that'd be pretty good. Hold on 1 second. All right, we're back. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, sorry, Ann. I must have for both of them. No, so you said you wish they were playing, but I my question was why they're not. Um, and yeah, and so I wasn't exactly sure like if they were injured or not, and they're sick. I guess they have the flu or something. So, all right. Anyway, we're back. It's high screen there by Marsh for Williamson. Is he going to drive into the paint? And actually, no, that was not Williamson. His three-pointer by Wake Forest is good too. If they start hitting threes all night, we're going to be in serious trouble. As that one is Bob Klintman for Wake. Filipowski back on the floor is Grandison getting extended minutes. That two-pointer is just a wild shot that doesn't go. That's a travel. That's a travel by Wake. 6-point difference right now. Oh, it was above that. Oh, okay. Okay, no, I totally missed it then. Oh, I totally missed it. Actually, a rather clean game so far. Only 2 turnovers for Wake Forest. Actually, only one by Duke. This should be a 3 by Filipowski. Nice play there by Roach, but Flip misses it as the rebound. It's another one and done. I'll have to look up the offensive or the defensive even rebounding here for Duke when we hit the next intermission, because just by the eye test, I can tell you it's not good. And our normal rebounding, what we have like a plus. We usually our plus margin there by rebounding, and usually are averaging around 40 rebounds a game. As Flip gets this one way up ahead to Blakes, this should be an easy lay-in, thank God. As Jalen Blakes actually gets a dunk and doesn't try to lay it up, because he probably would have missed if he did. Um, as we know that Jalen Blakes has difficulty getting wide open transition layups on multiple occasions. Appleby now driving on Blakes. And actually, we really need to step it up on the defensive end, which you saw that last possession was instant defense, was defense into instant offense. It's actually really nice. This one's Williamson now going one-on-one against Roach. That's baseline. It's an air ball, and Duke actually can't get the rebound, but it doesn't matter because it's a shot clock violation. So Duke's defense here on the last 2 possessions, holding Wake scoreless after a steal and then a shot clock violation. Anybody else is like, hard stuff for a second when you saw Jalen Blakes with a wide open floor in front of him and an open rim? I can't, man. I can't. Filipowski is travel. I thought he should have just taken that 3. He gets he gets a nice feed there from there's Blake's or Proctor. And just his feet moved just too quickly for his before the ball there. Wake now driving in the paint, going for another alley-oop, and they get that one to connect. So that is 6 for Marsh, the second alley-oop play we've seen Wake Forest connect on too easily. And you see Wake bringing like double and triple teams to Duke above the 3-point line as Filipowski's going to get fouled. And still a 6-point lead for Wake. Welcome in, everybody. Good evening. This is actually probably like it's an early tip-off for a weekday game here at 6:30, but we've got Wake Forest ahead. 13-degree low for wind chill, possibly in single digits in certain. That's in North Carolina too, Timmy, isn't it? That's yeah. So I'm in Florida right now, but back in Seattle, or back in Washington, apparently it's also like been freezing and snowing, which is like really weird for Seattle weather. So I'm actually quite happy that I've managed to escape that. You know, he's even more happy that they've managed to escape that is the pup. He is absolutely loving the warm Florida weather. Let me make sure to get the foul situation correct. We've got 2 fouls. It's on Clintman. Here's the Wake Forest fouls. Okay. Get rid of that. Team box scores. There we go. 0-0. Yeah, it's 2 fouls for Wake Forest. Clintman and Bradford, actually. Okay, Bradford's the other one. And so we have all this correct. Wait, where's my Duke box score? That's Wake, Wake, Wake. Oh, there. I have to click at the bottom. So weird. Blake's and Roach are the ones with fouls. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're all squared away. Yeah, it's 2 fouls per team, which is kind of what we were expecting for which is actually what we thought. So we're good. We're all caught up. Oh, the other stat that I was going to look up, right? That was the rebounding stat. Let's go here. Let's do team comparison. Oh yeah, we are not shooting very well, but yeah, anybody could have told you that. Wake Forest at 47%, 9 of 19. Duke at 7 of 18 here, but it's the rebounding that I'm more concerned about, especially without Lively, to be honest. And actually, you see, without Lively, we've lost a lot of rim protection because Wake Forest has gone in and gotten at least 2 easy alley-oop plays, those to number 33, Matthew Marsh, that have been very, very easy. If Lively were in, you would have seen those been contested. He probably could swat the ball away, or he just straight up blocks it. But the rebounding totals are not good right now. It's 15 rebounds for Wake Forest to only 7 to Duke. So we are losing hard in the rebounding category. I'm not sure I can remember. What was the last game we actually lost rebounding? It's Filipowski misses from the from the free throw line. Missed amazing with the come on Duke. Nice. Welcome in, one of our regulars here. Thanks for coming back. Great to see you all, as hopefully everybody's had a nice little 10-day break here and are gearing up for a nice holiday with the family. Yeah. Oh no, my house will be fine. I can actually see the game pretty well there as Wake Forest's that's another Damari Monsanto hits for 3. And we got a foul on Marsh as Jeremy Roach was cutting baseline. We need Coach K. Oh my gosh. The Big Sky Traveling Trio agrees. Anthony Fisher with a Let's Go Duke. Nicely done as Filipowski for 3. That shot looked good, but was too long and actually goes right over the rim. That's unfortunate. This is Appleby driving right past Roach. Can't connect on the lay-in. Filipowski down with the rebound. No, sorry, Ryan Young with the rebound as Roach is going to try this and try to go coast to coast, and it's out on Wake. What? It's out on Roach? I mean, I know I had eye surgery today, chat, but even I can see this one. Oh my God. Took Duke in the first half. Yeah, betting on I wouldn't have even bet on Duke to cover the spread, honestly. This is Wake Forest is always a tough out for us, especially if we were in Cameron, it would have been, I think, a little better, but road game at Wake Forest, not gonna happen. Ryan Young to Jalen Blakes, who's going to shoot 3. Actually, Jalen Blakes hits a 3. It's a bit of a Christmas miracle come early, as he's got 7 points, actually, probably Jalen Blakes' best points performance so far here. 7 points in the first half. And that 3-pointer for Wake is no good as Ryan Young comes down with a rebound, and he will pick up a foul on Bobby Klintman, who that is the second on number 34 from Wake Forest. I told my homie not to bet on us. I guys, I can never bet on Duke. You can't, because if you lose twice. It's just not good. God. All right, let's see if Blakes decides to go for it again here. Now it's going to be Proctor inside to Ryan Young. They're going to clear out the side for him, maybe. Oh, they're Wake with the double team, and Jalen Blakes just falls over in the paint. Oh, Lord. He goes from like really great play to like, what was that? As Wake Forest hits another 3-pointer, and it's going to be a timeout for John Shire as Andrew Carr hits for 3. So Wake is hitting from the outside, which is going to make things very difficult for us. Oh my God. We ain't playing in a minute. Roach recovering from injury. No Lively, no Whitehead. Yeah. It definitely feels like, I never bet on the game results, but just player stats. That's an interesting one. It definitely feels like this is a bit of an uphill battle right now. And to be fair, like so this is like when we were playing those early season games when we had neither Lively nor Whitehead. But the problem was that those early season games weren't against like actual competition. And like, not that Wake Forest is the top of the ACC or anything, but it's an ACC opponent. I got Wake with the. So we're at +7.5. Oh, geez. My Duke jersey with Coach K left. Good Lord. Nice play there by Ryan Young with the up and under. He has been quiet this game, except that those are his first 2 points. Some mild game right now. So we're down 6 on the road. Like, it's not awful, honestly. Gotta just get a couple stops there. That's a good start there with Tyrese Proctor. Great defense. Swings this one out to Roach. Ryan Young is open outside of the 3-point line, but we're going inside to Mitchell, who can't connect. We're going to want that one back because that should have been 2 points easily for Duke off the defense there. As Wake's going to resume here. Wake dodged a bullet. I mean, Mark Mitchell literally had it under the basket. Appleby now driving right on Roach, which has been his MO. Tries to put this one up. And now it's another 3-pointer by Wake. That's no good. Weak side rebound to Filipowski. Duke ahead in transition over to Roach. Proctor to Roach, and Roach will step out of bounds as Proctor's pass was just too much to handle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, first ACC road game too. Yep, I know that. We talked about that one early too. Is this being the first true road test for all the freshmen? Yeah, which is like not good. So Mark Mitchell has had his ups and downs. And he like I think lately it hasn't been. He had quite a good outing. I think 3 games ago. We'd have to go back and look at the box scores. There is Andrew Carr, who gets 2 points easily there. So if we're keeping score, we've lost. So we've basically given up 4 easy points on the last 2 possessions, and it's allowed Wake Forest to open up an 8-point lead right now, which should be 4. So we are under 4 minutes here. Roach now trying to play a little bit of hero ball, as that's no good. But Ryan Young with the rebound, is Mitchell going up for it and finishes with 2 hands. There you go. Mark Mitchell's got 7. Yo, Mark Mitchell, listen to you, Chris J11, man. He's hearing you. He's hearing you, and he's going. Mark needs more minutes at the 4. Well, I mean, I think he's going to get all the minutes he wants tonight. I guess technically right now he's playing a 3. If Ryan Young and Filipowski's playing 5 and Ryan Young's playing 4, which technically leaves him at the 3. Although, to be fair, I'm not really sure the positions matter so much right now. I am not a believer. Good Lord. All right, and so that's where we're at. We find ourselves down 6 at the under 4 timeout here on the road at Wake Forest. Lord have mercy. I have feeling bad for Nolan Smith. So wait, Louisville hasn't won a game yet, right? I didn't miss like Louisville finally winning a game in the last week. Yeah, I mean it's been a bit of a first half here. I don't know if it's really been like, I don't know if I would call it a sleepy first half. I would definitely call it a challenging first half. I mean, we're shooting 42% from the field. Wake Forest is only shooting 46%, but like the 3 points, it's actually, to be fair, now that I'm looking at the stats, there's not that much of a difference from the 3-point line either. Wake Forest has hit 1 more 3 than we had. They're only 4 of 9. We're 3 of 12. Our shooting percentage just doesn't look very good. The rebounding margin is still in favor of Wake Forest. I just think our second chance points aren't there that we would usually have, because like we only have 2 offensive rebounds and we average like 15 to 20 a game. So that's a stat that we should keep an eye on, but it's like that one's really not in our favor at the moment. I mean, for obvious reasons. They beat Western Kentucky. Ellis dropped 30 and they won. Okay. Louisville won. All right. But not in conference play. Oh, they've got 2 wins. Okay. All right. Chat keeping me honest here. Look, at least they have a W. It would be interesting to know what the last winless team in the ACC was. I feel like back in I remember there were like Boston College teams way back in the day that won like 2 games maybe in the ACC. That may be like Louisville. Big time win streak. Yeah, 2 games. Hey, each game counts, man. All right, here we go. Last 4 minutes of the first half. Yeah. Wake Forest, 7 assists on 12 made field goals. Well, yeah, I mean that's like all the alley-oops and stuff. Big Sky traveling trio. Hopefully I do think Duke's team is awake. I don't think we're particularly awake from 3. I think we are there with it. It's just not. It's kind of hard to win when you don't have all your horses. I think Louisville is worse than a Duke team in '95. Oh Lord. As Jeremy Roach gets 1 at the free throw line there. Okay, so we are only down 5. Oh, Filipowski with a huge block here, and it's a 5-on-4. Run it down the court. What are you waiting for? Oh my God, our transition is so bad. Grandison for 3. That's way off. And we come up with absolutely nothing on that possession. My God. I mean, it's a 5-on-4, and we just like, yeah, we'll just play half court offense. Why not? Oh, God, help me. As Andrew Carr once again gets a lay-in for 7. Your parlay is looking shaky. What was the parlay? Grandison over to Ryan Young. Young into Filipowski. It's beautiful big to big passing as Filipowski's got 5. I think the ball needs to touch Filipowski's hands on every possession. Like at this rate, like he is the star, right? So like if the ball isn't touching the paint with Filipowski, then the possession is basically is a bust. Like because he's either going to have options. Either he gets it himself, as that's another 2-pointer. So Duke just going back and forth trading buckets there with Cameron Hildreth. Either he's going to get it himself or he's going to kick it out because Wake Forest is bringing double teams all night. So and there's Ryan Young, and there's the Wake Forest double team. And should be able to find Filipowski's shot no good, and that's going to go out of bounds back to Wake. Duke's selling my Christmas, my God. Tony is saying we're settling too much. I agree. Like that's kind of my point here, right? Like the ball needs to touch the paint, and it needs to touch Filipowski's hands with his feet in the paint. Like it's just like that's the offense has to be right now, and that's how the offense ran when Lively and Whitehead did not play early in the season. And this is just Wake Forest just giving the ball away, and Proctor there is going to finish with the right hand. And so he's got 3. Despite despite how bad this first half has been, we're only down 5 on the road. There's 90 seconds left. Granted, now outside of Wake Forest blowing this thing open here in the next 90 seconds, as that shot is in and out. So another opportunity here for Duke as Ryan Young comes down with a rebound and Grandison out in transition. We'll give it to Proctor. Proctor has a lane, and that's a foul. That is absolutely a foul on Williamson, as Proctor had a clean lane to the bucket. That was going to be a dunk. It's a bad shot by Flip. I sort of agreed there. Like Flip did settle for that baseline jumper on the play before. That was a settle. Young to Roach and over to Mitchell here. And Young is going to get this outside to Reese and Proctor for 3. That's an air ball that winds up in the hands of Wake Forest. So that was an opportunity. No good there. And don't foul this dude. Oh my. Well, at least it didn't go as an and one because Wake Forest basically had to run out. That's a foul on Ryan Young, his first. And I think John Shire took Filipowski out of the game after that baseline jump shot, probably to tell him that, yeah, that's not the shot you want, kid. So Wake Forest will go to the free throw line. Discord, I can set up. I can probably put the Discord on in the at halftime. I'm not actually I don't have the normal setup right now, as Appleby has 2 more there, so at the free throw line, yeah. If Duke can tie it or go into get it to within 2 by half, that's going to be really tough there because we have less than a minute, as we've called a timeout again. We got less than a minute to go here, and we're down 7. I think you get a good possession here. You get 2, you stop them. Potentially, actually, you have a 2-for-1 opportunity is what I would play right now. I'd play for the 2-for-1. Yeah, right here. So if I recall, it's 50. What is it? 59 seconds? 56. Okay, it's 56 seconds. So you take a shot here within the next 10 to make a quick play. It's 10 to 15 seconds is this possession. It has to be. Filipowski should probably be back in the game, actually. I mean, he's not sitting because of foul trouble. Duke only has 3 fouls, and Wake Forest only has 6. So at least the refs have swallowed the whistle here. Let's see, Wake Forest coming with a full court press, though, so they're trying to slow us down. There is no flip on this play, as we need to basically go in the next 10 seconds. Roach out to Grandison. Nice swing pass there, and Grandison's going to go for 3, but that shot's no good. So there was the 2-for-1 opportunity. The first half of the 2-for-1 comes up empty. Now Wake Forest has to make a play here. They have 8-second shot clock, game clock differential. And now we have to play just some pretty good defense. They're just going to wind the clock until there's less than 10 seconds on the shot clock, which should be right about now as it's hit 9. So here goes Appleby cutting right, which he's been doing all night, and Mark Mitchell will foul him. And that is the 4th team foul, which actually not a bad foul here. Actually, no, I take that back. That's a terrible foul because now there's no shot clock. So now the 2-for-1 opportunity completely goes away, and Wake Forest can hold for the final shot of the half. So that strategy just got completely blown out the window. And that's a foul on Jalen Blakes, 100%. And that would be a shooting foul, as Wake Forest will go to the free throw line with to shoot 2. Hildreth had position right underneath the basket, just completely boxed out Jalen Blakes. And then, I mean, yeah, if you're Blakes, like, sure, like, you're going to have to foul because that's an automatic bucket, but he's going to make both of them at the free throw line anyway. So that's unfortunate. It kind of went the other way for us here. Yeah, I don't think we're getting this within. This is going to be a 9-point game at half. Well, I mean, you could get 2. So you sort of get the 2-for-1 anyway because of the foul that stopped the clock. Is that okay? Both free throws go down, so it's a 9-point game. He's got 6 rather. Yeah, so you kind of do get your 2-for-1, but it's not the way you wanted it, as Filipowski is back in the game. There's a high screen by Flip over to Roach. He's going to swing it outside to Grandison, and Roach is going to put up 2. That's an air ball, and that's going to be the end of the first. So that's going to be, look, chat, we had the strategy correct. The execution was completely scuffed, but I mean, we knew what we were going for. To be fair, I actually think Shire's strategy was the right one. Grandison's 3 doesn't connect, even though the swing pass there from Roach was really nice because he penetrates, he gets it back outside. The 3 just doesn't go down. This last shot, I'm not really sure what we were going for. It looked like a bit of hero ball on the part of Jeremy Roach, honestly. So yeah, that was not good. Okay, so 30 to 39 here, as we're going to have to mount ourselves a little bit of a comeback. How many air balls did we heave up in the past 3 minutes? There was at least 2 that I've counted for sure. Yeah. All right, let me make sure I got my stats right for the half, and then we can set up. Actually, let me set up the Discord, and I'll be right back.
Line, find some easy opportunities, and stop shooting so many threes. It's not like they've been bad looks, but sometimes it's just not your day. And again, Wake Forest came out swinging, and they put Duke on their heels from the jump.
They were 2 for 9 in the first 9 minutes of the game from threes. Duke was. They started getting the paint, but Wake Forest, like you mentioned, has been the aggressor in this team. They've limited to 2 offensive rebounds, which is critical to this Duke team that does not shoot the ball well. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we got another big game coming up. We got a big second half coming up. We got a big game coming up later here, 8:30 tip-off here on the network. You got Miami against UVA. UVA trying to bounce back from that home loss. the guard matchup. We break it down next.
All right, Discord should be up. All right, let's check the stats here. Roach has no points. I also think he doesn't have very many assists, which is more of an issue at the moment, to be honest. I know, and we've said this before a couple times. Like, Roach's points to me aren't as important as
where can you save time
his
shopping?
Assists. I mean,
And spend quality time
obviously
at the
game
same
dependent,
time?
but in a game like this,
Lowe's actually.
well, actually, I'm gonna take
The
that back.
final
In a
days
game
of
like this, when
Winterfest
you
are
don't
here.
have Lively, you
Save
don't have
now
Whitehead,
before they're
yeah,
gone.
you need his points. So, chat's right.
18,
If you did have Whitehead and you did have Lively that could put you,
33.
15 points
won.
each, then yes, you want his assist ability. So, yeah, that was I agree. It was
Quick,
a tough
the
half.
quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can
Take
use
off the
less.
background noise.
I'll hold on to that.
Bounty.
Not
the
sure if
quicker
there is
picker-upper.
background noise. It's kind of hard to tell. This isn't really modulated per se
Getting
on
me
this
and yours
one.
together for Christmas. Can be a teensy bit awkward.
All right, let's go to.
Just ask Romeo and Juliet. But after saving big on gifts
Okay.
from Amazon,
So the Wake
Kathy
Forest
was
stats.
avoided.
One on. Okay, so there. That's the 6 on
Book a
Wake.
Priceline, because when you save more, you can no way
That's
more.
the 6 on Wake.
No way.
No way.
Ads are getting shorter and
Visitors.
shorter. Do the do.
5. Duke Fowl's situation is correct. So you
Feeling
have.
healthy
That's what we've
by
got.
leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Making a dinner that makes their whole
Roach
day.
with only
and
one
giving
assist,
your best
one
friend
turnover,
the
0
best nutrients
points. 0 for
their
4.
best life.
Tough night for
Science
him.
did that.
Puss in Boots has been nominated for Best Animated Movie of the Year.
Applebee's
And
got
it takes the Shrek franchise to exciting new
5,
places.
I am on my last life.
It will
6.
strike a chord with moviegoers of all ages.
When you only have one life, that's what makes it
Okay, I
special.
Rated PG
these. That's
only in
7.
theaters.
That's
Buying
5.
a home,
Okay,
Rocket
there's your
Mortgage will cover
39.
1% of your rate for the first
Yeah,
year
all right.
at no cost
Here
to
we
you
go.
with Inflation Buster. Plus, if rates drop
I
within
mean,
3 years of purchase,
a
you can
9 points
refinance
is
with
not that-
exclusive savings with Rate
Look,
Drop
we've had
Advantage. Don't miss
crazier
these big
comebacks than
savings.
9
Visit
points, right? Like
inflationbuster.com.
we all know that.
Back in the ACC Network halftime
Oh.
report, little hijinks at the Joel.
Oh,
Most
I
fans
know
are
what's
happy
going
right
on.
now. The Demon
Hold on.
Deeks up 9 over Duke. John Shire knew this would be tough. The first road test for the Blue Devils. They have not passed in the first half. We got a great game coming up after our game here. We got another one. Virginia and Miami on the road down at Coral Gate.
It's because when I started that's when I started the game on the other computer. There it is. Yeah. It's on for, yeah. Okay, it's fixed. We got it. Yep. Yeah, we're good now. Okay. Seeing this, I don't want the split box. I want the. Why can't I just get the team? Yeah, okay, the team comparison. Yeah, so like, it's kind of nuts though. Like Wake Forest has only made 2 more buckets than we have. One of them's a 3, one of them's a 2. So that's like 5, and then the other 4 are coming at the free throw line. They're 7 of 8, so they've done pretty well at the free throw line, and we're only 3 of 5. So there's like the difference in points, right? And the rebounding continues to be an issue. Total rebounds 21 to Wake Forest, 15 for Duke. So we're -6, although it's not as bad as it was at the start, but that's still pretty terrible. Second chance points for Duke is only 5. I feel like we should have that should be way higher. And points in the paint is actually even, 18 to 18. Bench points 12 apiece for both teams. Duke with only 2 blocks, and Duke with actually 8 total assists to Wake Forest 7. So like these stats are just kind of all over the map. It is just kind of an odd game, to be fair. This game just has an odd feel. Yeah, Duke is not locked in, as Skylark is saying. I don't know. I feel like we're trying to be locked in, but like the shooting is, God, the shooting is terrible. So this goes back to my little rant about like, yeah, Shane, fire away. My rant about Grandison, who's here, like he's like 2 of 7, and he's hit 1 3-pointer. He should have hit more than that, but like, and this is where I used to say, like, let Jaden Schutt have an opportunity. Like Grandison is out here to hit 3-point shots, and to hit shots. Like he's not doing that. And then I had to eat my words 2 games later when Grandison had like a big outing, and he had like 15 or something. And Skylark saying we're just shooting too many threes. Well, like it's not, shooting threes isn't bad if you're making them. The problem is we're not. So so I would say I think Jaden Schutt needs more opportunities. And like the last game we played against Maryland Eastern Shore, right? He went 3 for 3. He was perfect from 3. And granted, the level of play a little different in that particular game than this one, but still, like, he's got to have his opportunities here. So I once again advocate for Schutt. Give Schutt the ball, let him go. Do you think Duke will? I mean, we always think Duke will win until like the very end, until it's inevitable that they won't. So I don't think this comeback is like, there's no reason why this comeback doesn't happen. Like we're 3 of 15 from 3. It's pretty terrible. Like you can come back, and if like in the second half, if you shoot, I don't know, if you shoot, let's say you shoot the same number of threes, all right, you shoot another 15 threes, but this time you make 6 instead of 3. And then that's like, that'll get you going. Why won't Shire let Christian Reeves play? Because I think he's trying to redshirt Christian Reeves, and we've seen Reeves only play like sparing minutes, which like leaves his redshirt still available, since you can only play like a quarter of the season minutes or something like that, to stay redshirt eligible. So yeah, I think that redshirt is still alive. I feel like what Wake Forest plan is to challenge Duke to make 3-pointers and not let them inside. And I think that's like, well, we've known that the strength of Duke really is that rebounding, is that second chance opportunity. It's getting inside. Like, I don't know, we should be better from 3, and we're just not. Oh, what does redshirt mean? Redshirt means he has an extra year of eligibility. So like, he doesn't play as a freshman, and then next year he can play, and it's like as if he was still a freshman. Yeah. Duke's 2022 and 23 class, by comparison, 23 seems stronger. And in fact, that other than White Derek at the moment, none of our freshmen seem NBA ready. Interesting. Will this cause issues next year? I mean, so I think you assume that you lose like 3 to 4 people from your team on any given year, and Shire has to recruit with that in mind, right? So I actually think next year's class is only it's a 4-person class, isn't it? It's a little smaller than this year. I think this year we had at least 5 plus all the graduate transfers. So I don't actually know. Pension lead to transfers or platooning to get well, actually, so I actually think it leads, the potential is it leads to transfers more than the platooning or whatever. So like, for example, you have somebody like Jaden Schutt, for example, who is like acting like a role player, who if he didn't go to Duke, that kid would be starting at a slightly lesser school, even within the ACC, right? He'd get starters minutes. He'd go out, or at least like he'd come off the bench as a 6-man. He'd go out, he'd get points. Like, it's like that's the situation that like potentially arises, right? If this Duke plays like this, we're not making the second round. Well, hopefully we don't have to not have two of our best players in the in March Madness. Yeah. And I don't know, like the other question is, does Roach come back for a senior year? Right? He's a junior now. I mean, at times, Roach plays like he's an all-star point guard. At other times, he plays like, it's deer in the headlights and he's like playing hero ball and it's like looks like tonight. So it's just inconsistent. Lively getting drafted regardless if he does. Yeah, I agree with that. He's got too much, he's too tall, he's got too much length. I think that one's right. Schutt would be a star at Louisville. I wasn't gonna say like Louisville, but yes, that's right. I am slightly curious this if I was looking at some of these box scores from a couple, like from last year, for example. Because we've Wake Forest ACC opponent, play them every year. So like here's last year's. This is one of last year's games. And here's flashing the box score up for folks. It's Wake Forest is on the left, Duke's on the right. It was a Duke 76, Wake 64. This one was at home. It really wasn't that much of a contest, but like, look, you had Paolo Banchero with 24 points, AJ Griffin with 22, Keels with 11. Like this guy, Paolo Banchero over here, tearing up the NBA on another level. AJ Griffin also having quite a good start to his NBA career. And like, and then on the Wake Forest side, you had Alondes Williams. So like Wake Forest, this scoring is also gone. Like Jake LaRavia is no longer at Wake. Williams is no longer at Wake. So it's just kind of like odd to like, what do you expect? Like, yeah, we need somebody with a 24 and a 22 point performance. We're like not getting it tonight. I'm not seeing it. And then where's Wake? Here's the other Wake one. Oh no, this is from even way before. All right, so that was the Wake game from last year. Anyway, back to our live action. Yeah. I sort of agree that Flip yeah, I mean if Flip continues to play the way that he does, then yeah. I mean he's just, I don't know. I still think Flip's been our best player. Anyway, getting ready for the second half as I think we all have it sort of right. Like Duke's, again, the ball's got to find the paint, play through Filipowski. Mark Mitchell, he's got 7 right now. We've had some folks in chat like being a little harsh on Mark Mitchell, but look, we saw Banchero getting 24 and AJ Griffin getting 22 last year. If we're going to win this game, your heroes are going to have to show up. So Filipowski's going to have to get 20 something. Mark Mitchell's going to have to get 20 something, and then maybe we've got a game out of this one. That full court shot almost went down last year. I know. If Matthew Hurt stayed, we would have increased in 3-point percentage. That's what Jaden Schutt is supposed to do. Let him play. He'll be the next Marvin Bagley. I feel like I don't know if that's a good thing. All right, Wake Forest is going to start things off here. And you're starting 5 for the second half are the same as the first. And so here we go with that. Nice. This is early turnovers. Proctor is going to get, that should have been a foul. No, Proctor can't convert. And they're going to call a foul against us. Come on, man. Yo, Proctor's got to finish this. Where's the foul? What? Where is the foul? Anyway. There's another one. We sort of gave it away. That alley-oop is no good as Wake Forest can't convert. Duke dodged it right there again. And let's see, Mark Mitchell trying to go baseline, can't. Ball reverses back outside to Proctor. And Roach asking for a high screen, but it's just going to go to Flip. And now back to Proctor. There's the roll. Oh my God, Filipowski. Filipowski got butterfingers tonight, man. He's got 2 turnovers like that where he just can't handle the ball. That is super uncharacteristic. And Proctor going to get called for a foul. I don't know. Flip looks off tonight too. Wake refs or NBA refs in disguise. Flip looks a little off too. I mean, look, we could have come out here the second half. We instant 4 points, and instead we have, Tyree Appleby here from Wake Forest, the free throw line, gonna make it an 11-point game. Nothing like losing money betting on Duke. Man, I'm telling you, man, don't bet on Duke. Maybe the only time you can bet on Duke if it's the national title and there's 2 teams left. Random Duke games, especially in the ACC on the road. I would can't win them all. Duke, look, road games in the ACC, stay away. Stay away. Flip is going to drive this one, and that's a really tough shot. He can't get it, but he gets his own rebound, and he goes up. That's going to be an and one. And maybe that gets Flip going as he's got 7 and will go to the free throw line. That's could be a little bit of a spark here. Wait, I mean, he got fouled on the first one. Then they finally called it on the second one, and that's a foul against Carr. I think it's like 2 fouls in 1. As Flip the free throw line, and he misses again. His 80+% free throw shooting going down the drain here at Wake Forest. He's missed both free throws. He actually missed a couple in the last game too. Good defense up top though by Flip, and now you have a cutting Hildreth, and Hildreth will get 2 more. So Duke and playing buckets. Roach outside over to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to get this to Flip, and now they're just going to isolate Filipowski on the left side, and that's going to be an offensive foul. That's an easy call. So they definitely are trying to play for Filipowski. So we have the strategy right. The execution, it kind of just goes with the off arm there. That's a soft foul, honestly. That's a soft foul. That's a very soft foul. A good defense by Mitchell cutting off baseline there as Hildreth. Now Hildreth tries to go baseline again. Now over to Appleby here being guarded by Roach over in the perimeter. And that's going to be a 2-point shot. No, it's actually a 3. Really? Okay. Appleby gets 3. He's got 10. He's the first player for either team into double figures as Wake Forest is open a 14-point advantage. And so it's not gone our way here. Wake Forest almost gets another steal. Mark Mitchell trying with a little jump step there, and Mitchell will convert, and he will have 9. Duke needs to stop here in a bad way. Appleby. Hildreth. Carr. Driving in, Carr, good defense by Mitchell. He has to give it up to Hildreth. 10 on the shot clock here. That should be a travel. No? Hildreth still has it. That's great defense by Duke and Filipowski, actually, as Ryan Young picks it up. There is the defensive possession that we needed. Now we just have to convert on the offensive end. Filipowski was open. Mitchell missed him, and Mitchell will be fouled going up by Carr. That is the second foul on Carr. Nicely done there. If Roach returns, he needs to be prepared that Kayla will be our starting point. Oh, Roach can move to shooting guard and play Quinn, like the Quinn Cook role. So, but this is the same argument that we've been making all season, where we've been saying that Tyrese Proctor should just be playing point guard and Jeremy Roach should be playing shooting guard. Like, I would expect that change to happen at some point, maybe in January or February, to be honest. And if it does, Shane, I would not be surprised. So, to your point, it's like, I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet. Yeah, not giving up on Duke, but doesn't look good. You can't give up till the end. As Mark Mitchell hits both of the free throw line, and we're back to a 10-point game. There's an entire half left. Still, we're still okay here. Apple, we have to travel. No, actually, it's going to be a run out, and we're going to squander that opportunity too. How many transition plays do we have to like shoot ourselves in the foot for? My God. Duke in transition is a horror show. Duke in transition is a horror show. Duke plus 3.5. So that would mean, oh, you basically took them the other way, right? As Marsh has another alley-oop there. So that would mean Duke plus, so you gave, no, it would be Duke loses by 4 or less. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You took them the other way. So you basically bet Wake Forest would win by 4 or more ish. So nice. Okay. So finally, Roach, those are his first points. Yes, 2. Blake's, maybe that's, oh, we'll fix the points there in a second. Maybe that gets him going. Absolutely halftime. I got Duke plus 3.5. Yeah, you got the points. Yeah. Yeah. Road game's always tough, man. All right, here we go. Hey, Hildreth. Oh, Hildreth's gonna get 2. It's too easy there. As Hildreth now has 10 points as well. So we're just kind of going back and forth here. Ryan Young driving in. Young is now stuck. He gives it back to Mitchell. Mitchell gives it to Roach with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, nice screen by Young as Roach goes in and he gets stripped. He wanted the foul, but nothing. It's a 2-on-2 here for Wake. Is that going to be, that's a block. That's a block by Jalen Blakes. Director 97, thank you very much for the sub. Not all of them come through for some reason. But hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. As our goal for this season is to hit the 1,000 sub mark. That would be amazing. You guys have been, you guys are the best, of course. So we do basically every Duke game. So we'll be back in for the next one, which is gonna be, I want to say, let's check the calendar. Not like we're looking ahead or anything, because this one's a bit of a horror show tonight. That'll be New Year's Eve game, actually. Yeah, that'll be a New Year's Eve game, 1 p.m. against Florida State. Oh, that'll be a get well game. Florida State not having the best season. 3 minutes to go and Lipscomb is up. Actually, I saw the highlights of that Lipscomb game. They're like 7-5 or whatever. They're actually not that bad. So, okay, Grandison's got, for some reason, I am slightly off here. Grandison. Two, Proctor's 3, Grandison 5, Mitchell's got 10. Flip 7, Blake's 7, Roach 2. Ryan Young's got 4. That's it. I had that wrong. Sorry, I shortchanged Ryan Young. We're still down 12 though. By how Duke is playing, I don't think we can beat Florida State. Turnovers are still hurting us this half. We'd love to have seen this come out. Yeah, we talk about this a lot, right? You have to like really win. You really want to win those first 4 minutes of the second half, and we did not. right? So we went out, what? It was a 10 point game in a halftime, right? And now it's 12. So Wake Forest still ahead. Although I guess Wake Forest is Purdue in the ACC, but like, look, Purdue actually coming out of the rankings as number 1 this week, right? So and Kansas at number 4. So it's like Duke's only losses are to the number 1 and number 4 teams in the country. It's like really not that bad. But yeah, I think I agree. This game just looks kind of off. It just seems like the offense has never really gotten going. And I was hoping that shot by that Roach made, that running layup, it even took some contact on that play, would kind of like get him going, get him energized. Even like the Filipowski one where he got the and one, he ended up missing the free throw. I was hoping that would get him going too, but not much. I don't even think that Wake Forest has played particularly good defense either. I just think we've been getting in our own way more so than anything. And the rebounding story is still a tragedy. We're still -6 in the rebounding margin, as Carr at the free throw line gets that one, so he's got 8. Just play no middle defense from now on, or very physical man-to-man. All right, so 13. And is this going to be another turnover? Grandison going to save it? No, another turnover for Duke. Yeah, this does not look like, let's see. So it's actually, well, both teams playing sloppy right now. Wake Forest with 11 turnovers, Duke with 10. I should have gave Wake Forest +12. Yeah. But but Wake is definitely capitalizing off the turnovers better than Duke, right? So Duke actually has fewer turnovers than Wake, but Wake has 17 points off the turnovers and Duke has 9. Actually make that 19 points off the turnovers after that conversion. And that's a third Wake Forest Demon Deacon in double figures here, as Filipowski's going to go in and he's going to get the 2 right back. So he's got 9. Still a 13-point lead there at Duke. We just can't stop them right now. They're getting to the bucket and it's too easy as Wake Forest comes up with an offensive rebound that Filipowski really should have come down with. That is like, man. 3-pointer there for Wake. No good. Are they going to get the offensive board again? Yes, they will. It's going to be the third opportunity Wake has, and that's going to be a foul by Grandison. Oh, God. So the game is in Discord, by the way. So if you hit the sub button, you can join your fellow subs in the subscriber-only Discord watch party, as actually Jaden Schutt has entered the game, which is exactly what we wanted. So maybe he can provide us a spark off the bench. If Schutt gets 1 or 2 threes to go down, that would be huge. They got Vaseline on their hands. Man, yeah, I mean, Filipowski turned it over twice with what definitely looked like Vaseline on his hands. He just like gave it away. Very bizarre. 3-point shot by Wake Forest, no good. Weak side rebound to Ryan Young. So the possession turns up empty for Wake Forest. Luckily for us, as Roach is going to dive down in the lane and he will be fouled. So Roach in attack mode at least. Watch Duke make the comeback. Well, I'm going to start here. It's a baseline inbounds play. Can we get a quick one from the inbounds? Actually, this is Jaden Schutt over to Ryan Young. Is Young going to give it back to Schutt? No, it's going to go to Grandison. Oh, nice pass in the inside. Beautiful pass from Grandison to Ryan Young, who's now has 6. What, he threaded the needle on that one. We could be down 20 if we were playing a better team. Yeah, decent defense there by Jaden Schutt, actually forcing Hildreth to give up the ball. And now this one is 2 points there by Bradford, as Ryan Young can't keep up with him. Another foul here as number 20. Yeah, that's Bradford. That's his second. I mean, the previous play was a really pretty move by Ryan Young. I just don't understand how Ryan Young can't stay vertical. Like he just gets beat off on the block by Bradford. Like come on, man. You gotta be stronger than that. You're a graduate senior. Oh my gosh. Roach shoots shot is just way too strong. Got a Wake Forest player down here. He'll be fine. Is Young trying to get a flagrant? Oh man. I don't know. Roach is like Roach has been in attack mode, but it's kind of like crazy attack mode. Like especially on that blast play, like he drives into the paint and it's like I don't really know if he has a plan. Like did he actually plan to shoot that one, or he kind of got bailed out because he was able to bounce past it to Schutt, who did not convert, although he should have. Oh, well, okay. Well, I mean, he was fouled. That should have been a foul. Upon further review, that should have been a foul, as Hildreth will leave the game. I'm not honestly sure where the injury was, because it looked like he fouled Roach and he ends up being injured. So I'm a bit confused on that. Another 3-point shot by Wake Forest. That's long. That should be a foul on Bradford too. Yeah, it should be a foul on Bradford. And that's his third. Wake Forest is such a weird team. They get blown out by nobody. I agree. It's because Wake Forest thinks that they're like rivals with Duke, and so every time Duke shows up, they're like, "Oh, it's a rivalry game." No, it's really not. But that's what Wake Forest thinks, so they do this. Nice interior pass though between Filipowski and Schutt, although Schutt can't make it happen. And Mark Mitchell with the drive, he will draw foul. So look, at least we're being a lot more aggressive. We're driving in the paint, we're getting fouls. I don't think the foul trouble is going to amount to anything, but it will put us on the free throw line. At least we can score while the clock is stopped. Halftime we were losing by 9. Now it's 13. Yeah. Mitchell gets that to go. He's got 11. We actually haven't really even taken any threes in this half. And Mitchell misses the second, so 12 points. Actually, we haven't taken a single three this half. We were 3 of 15 at the end of the first, and we're still 3 of 15. Oh, that's a charge. Oh, come on. Grandison there with a block. Steelers for life, thinking this game is over. I don't think so. I mean, we came back against Louisville. What, it was 20 something points with 13 minutes. This is only 12. This is only 12 points with 12 minutes. It's like a point a minute. We're fine. You hit 2 3-pointers, you're back in the game. Appleby at the line gets the first, and that's 11 for him. Shane with a disillusionment. I sort of agree. I think, yeah, I agree with the Grandison one. The other two haven't had enough time, honestly, because they were injured early too. As we finally hit a 3. There we go. Duke needed a 3 and we finally hit it as Mark Mitchell comes in. All right, so that's the first one. I said we need to hit 2. Oh my gosh, Wake Forest has this on our heels actually, and Wake Forest is going to get the 3-pointer right back. And now we travel. as Bradford hits 3. So it's a nice pass there from Grandison to Mitchell. He hits that one. And then we just leave the 3-point shooter wide open. Sorry, it was not Bradford. It was Monsanto, Damari Monsanto. Oh. Yeah, hit 3, give up 3. Yeah. But we're like reeling defensively on that play. Like there's it's not good. I wish I could rewind that one. I don't know my setup to be able to rewind it, unfortunately. Yeah, it's the defense, right? That's really kind of like let us down because we've been holding opponents to 59 like points per game defensively. And right now Wake Forest has 60. So like with 11 and a half minutes to go, Wake Forest has eclipsed what the Duke average defense allows. Yeah, I had a free $50 bet to put on Duke money line that isn't going to pan out well. Oh boy. I was going to say, man, guys, you can't bet on Duke on the first ACC road game. Well, and I suppose it's a little disingenuous too, because you probably didn't know that Whitehead and Lively were out. So like that bet was made probably with the idea that Lively and Whitehead would be playing, which kind of sucks. Yeah. I mean, the free throw line hasn't helped us at all either. Like we've just been losing the battle of the free throw line. Wake Forest has more makes than we even have attempts. Wake Forest with 12 attempts. Duke's only taken 10 free throws. New note, don't bet on Duke if they're struggling against teams similar to Wake Forest. Wake put 57 points versus Rutgers and now 60. I wish I had known that before betting on Duke. That Roach thinks he's the guy from March. Honestly, I feel like as a Duke, but the problem, Shane, is like we need Roach to be the guy from March, or we don't win. Like Roach is 1 of 5 with 2 points and 1 assist. Like we need March Roach, which would be like 15 points and I don't know, 5 assists or something, right? Like, oh God, yeah. Here's the 3-point shooting. Saturday versus Rutgers, 6 of 12, and now they've got 6 of 12 here. Yeah, it's just Wake Forest playing out of their minds because the Duke people showed up. Turnaround jump shot by Wake might as well go in, but actually does not. Filipowski gets that rebound. 14-point game, 11 minutes to go, and that's a travel. That's a travel by Filipowski again. I mean, it's an easy call. Man, it's just a bummer. That's a bummer. At least we're bringing some 3/4 court pressure here. We gotta still play something. But yeah, Wake Forest shooting 43% from 3-point land. Okay, Blake's and Appleby getting into it here. 6 seconds on the shot clock for Wake Forest. It's Monsanto again. And he's going to take a contested 3-point shot. That's not going to go. And that should be a foul against Wake. What? They're going to call that in Filipowski? Come on. What? Filipowski's getting tossed. Yo, Director 897. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. That's the second foul on Filipowski there. I mean, Duke isn't a ranked team when they're missing their top two players. There's a caveat to that, right? Right? Like, Mitchell to Ryan Young. Young out to Filipowski, and Filipowski doesn't travel with it this time, but he's on the ground there. Gets it to Blakes and over to Proctor. Proctor for three. That shot looks good, and that goes down. So, a little bit of life. Tyrese Proctor, maybe. I thought Flip got tossed on that rebound too, by the way. Orlando. Yeah, I didn't think that was a travel by Wake Forest. Yes. Travel by Bradford. Like, they managed to score off this like absolutely broken play. All right, look, like, you don't need a three here. A two brings it down to a 9-point game, and then it's like, you know what? Anybody's game at this point. Go on a run. Yeah, exactly. Go on a run now. This is where you got to make a statement right here. Wake Forest, you got a three. Wake Forest just turned it over. Your defense held up. Now you got to convert. Come on. Proctor to Roach. Good D by Wake, actually. Now Blake's. This is not the shot we wanted. Actually, never mind. Blake's gets it to go. That's 3 points. He's got 10. All right. Here you go. It's a little bit of momentum. You get a Wake Forest timeout out of this. Now you need another defensive stop, though. You really need another defensive stop, and you need another conversion. There you go. I had okay. I'll admit, when Jalen Blakes took the three, I was like, this is not the shot we want. I agree, Skylark. That was the good energy, especially off the bench, right? Bench energy was there. That's what you want. So a little bit of life here for the Blue Devils. Let's go, boys. All right. I also expect, by the way, coming out of this timeout, I expect full court press, full court or 3/4 court press, one of the two, to be able to get an easy, like a turnover, and see if we can make that happen. Because if we do and we can convert, man, that'd be really good. Now, on the Wake Forest side, I think they try to go back into the paint, honestly. I think their play, they go back to what's been working for them, which are these easy, like, alley-oop plays to, like, Marsh. So, like, be on the lookout for attempted lob by Wake Forest on their side, because that's kind of what has been their MO tonight. So that's what I'm expecting out of this timeout. Let's see what actually ends up happening. How right or wrong am I on this one? Second half personal fouls. UConn is losing to Georgetown. UConn top 5 team. Look at that. Are they on the road? Is that a road game? Truly, Cam. Nice. Welcome in. Oh, they're at home. Oh, wow. Personal fouls. Okay, Applebee's got one. Actually, Carr has one. Two. Marsh has two. Okay, I think that's right. Personal fouls, Roach with 2. Proctor with 1. Just want to make sure we have the foul situation correct, because this might come into play later in the game. Blake's, yes, has the 3. Grandison has the 2. Okay, we're all squared up. We're good. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the stats will be fixed in a sec. All right, here we go. It'll fix itself in a second. All right, here is the 3/4 court press. 6-0 Duke run here in the last minute. There's a double team. Oh my God, they're gonna call flip with a foul. What? Damn it. I don't know why it's not fixing itself. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's just a little behind. Okay, look, it's an 8-point game. There's 9 minutes to go. Monsanto, the free throw line for 1 and 1. Gets that one. And Monsanto gets the second. So that's 8 for him. Yeah, I would also agree. Honestly, not the end of the world if he goes 1 for 2. Okay, 10-point game. Here we go. Let's get it, boys. Roach to Proctor. Proctor's going to go into the paint now. It's actually going to be Roach. Extra pass there to Blakes. Blake should try to kick this out. Actually gets it to Proctor. Extra pass to Filipowski. Filipowski for 3. That shot. Oh, no good. Weak side rebound there to Wake Forest. It's a 1 and done. Duke can't convert. Man, we needed that one. Flip hasn't hit a 3 yet. Oof, that one would have been big. We need a Wake Forest turnover is what we need right now. 10 on the shot clock to go. This is Appleby. Great defense by Roach. And there's the Wake Forest turnover that we needed. Okay. Wake Forest opening the door. Great defense by Roach on this possession, by the way. He basically defended like the entire possession by himself. Very nicely done. Now opportunity here. Roach looking for options, has to give it up to Proctor. And it's going to be a high screen here by Young. No Filipowski in the game right now. It's Mitchell instead. Proctor gets double teamed up top, and Proctor over to Blake's, and Blake's has to put 3, and he gets it again. Are you kidding? Jalen Blake seeing a large bucket tonight. Now we need another one. Another stop in a bucket. If you get another stop in a bucket, it could be a 2-pointer. You get this a 5-point game. There's the LA into Marsh. That's what I thought they were going to do out of the timeout, but they delayed it by 1 possession. That's where that was. Mitchell trying to go downhill. Mitchell gets blocked. Trying to rush it a little bit, actually. And now Wake Forest on transition. Here's a 3 by Appleby. That rebound to Duke. Oh, my God. We saved it under our own basket, and it goes back to Wake Forest. Why would you do that? Oh, it wasn't off Duke. That was just going to be crap. That was going to be our ball. Ryan Young trying to save it under our own basket. Did he not watch the Bancaro play from last year? He ends up getting the rebound here off the missed Hildreth shot anyway. Duke needs to string together a series of stops and scores still. Roach over to Blake's. Blake's trying to be the hero so far tonight. Here's the 3-pointer over there by Proctor. Oh, in and out. Oh, it was halfway down. Damn it. In and out. Now Appleby driving right. Good defense by Blake's. Now driving left, and Blake's going to get called for a cheap foul. That's actually his 4th. Yeah. Yeah, we really needed that Proctor shot to go down. Damn, okay, that's the under 8 timeout here as we've got 6:30 to go. Okay. So it's a 9-point game, 6 minutes-ish. The stream is in Discord for all the subs. So you got a sub-only watch party going on in Discord if you need it. Yep. So that's where it is. So make sure to hit that sub button and then join your fellow Duke's sub Duke Blue Devils in the Discord. Link is in the description of the video. Yeah, I don't think it's quite over though. I mean, we can go. All you really need to do is get 2 back-to-back buckets. Like, because honestly, we've been in this position before too, but the other way around, right? Like where, let's put it this way, like if we were at home this game and Duke was up by 9, you'd say that Wake Forest was just kind of hanging around, waiting for an opportunity to like get back in the game. And then Wake Forest comes in and then they hit 2 quick threes. And all of a sudden it's like a 2 or like a 1 possession game again. And you're like, oh boy, we're in trouble. Right? Like if the situation was flipped, that's kind of like what we would be thinking. So, that's kind of why I'm not that. It's still possible here. Because right now, Duke is the one that's just hanging around on the road. Which is a bizarre situation to be in if you're Duke, to be fair. Yeah, the fouls have kind of gotten pretty cheap. Duke needs to go on a 6-0 run. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of exactly like where we need to be right now. Have to be. Well, yeah, like Wake Forest isn't doing us any favors, right? Because like they're not missing free throws. Like to their credit, they're not missing free throws here. They're 14 of 18. So they have been making they're +8 from the free throw line against us. Like, and look at it, and the margin is 9, right? And Wake Forest is +8 from the free throw line. 6:33 to go as we've resumed play here at Wake. Duke 3% is shooting right now. Unfortunately, it looks like the 5-year-old shooting at the local carnival. ACC teams I hate: UNC, Virginia, Tech, Florida State, Louisville, and now Wake Forest, huh? I agree with UNC, Virginia. Like Tech is always such a ugh, Tech. I hate playing in Blacksburg. That's a horrible place to play. All right, so the margin is 11. You know what's crazy though is that there hasn't been like one Wake Forest player that's like gone off. Like typically when Duke loses, it's like some dude goes for 25, like Hunter Couture last year, right? Like we remember that in the ACC tournament. And that is a terrible miss by Ryan Young, who literally had it within a foot of the basket and all he needed to do was dunk it. That is painful. Ugh. But like Wake Forest here, very balanced scoring. 14 points for Appleby, 10 for Hildreth. 10 for Card, 10 for Marsh. They just got a lot of dudes in double figures, but and here's about to be 12 for Hildreth. No, actually, that's Duke dodges that one. Like we've had our opportunities, we've just missed easy ones. There's the line drive shot by Mitchell, a rebound to Blakes, and he will be fouled. Be fouled by Appleby, and that's his second. This is terrible. It's definitely not the way we thought this game was going to go. Let's put it that way. Maybe we should have played the late game, the 8:30 instead of the early one. You know, on the bright side, Jalen Blake's had himself quite a nice game. Continues to have himself quite a nice game. He makes the front end of that 1-and-1 there, so he's got 14. I mean, he's got 14. He's tied with Mark Mitchell right now. I guess you can't really, it's hard to win games when Jalen Blakes is your leading scorer. The other one that's kind of bizarre is that Filipowski's double-digit streak or games with 10 or more points is about to be broken. He's only got 9 unless he gets one more. I get if you get upset and lose by 1 point, but this is, I mean, we could have lost by 20. It's like not, I mean, it's bad, but it's not, could have been worse. Remember, Chad, it could always be worse. And it might be after this car 3-pointer. Nope, that's an air ball. All right, there's an opportunity here. Look, there's 2 points we just scored on that side. Wake Forest airballs it on this side. It's a 9-point game. You get a 3-pointer here, it's a 6-point game. Like this, the problem is we just squander all our opportunities. Yeah, and see, even the pup is barking at this one because he knows. The pup knows that this has been a lackluster performance here. Let's see, Blake's high screen. Blake's over to Young. Young actually tries to find Mitchell down low, but the ball is deflected. Duke will keep it. Baseline inbounds. I want to find Mark Mitchell down low here. Yep. Three-pointer, no good. Another squandered opportunity. We just settling for the 3-pointers. They could have been 2s, and we could have made this actually interesting. Damn. Wake Forest just a bit content to kind of just kill the clock here for a bit as Hildreth now with a jump stop there, and he gets 2. So that's kind of a brutal 2-pointer there, back to 11. And we're going to call another timeout as John Shire will use time here at 4:42. Yeah, no group. Yeah. I think Chalk Fan 91. Very little rhythm to the offense, honestly. It just doesn't seem like it flows very well. Luke looks disjointed. I mean, we've been scoring mainly off broken plays. What's bizarre is like it's a bit deceptive though. We have 14 assists off 21 made buckets. Like our assist to bucket percentage is 66% of the buckets have been assisted, which would generally suggest that you're playing pretty good team basketball. But like if you just watch the game, you would not agree with that statement. It just seems odd. So we almost get it stripped again. Filipowski's going to go for 3. That's no good. He's 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. And it was an open shot, and he just can't knock it down. And so, yeah, 0 field goals in the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So after we put our little run together to bring it within 8, we've gone absolutely ice cold. Wake Forest will turn it over to us again, but it just doesn't matter because we can't convert offensively. You know what's crazy though? So we were okay. I distinctly remember it was the 11:30 mark. It was the 11:30 mark where we had said Wake Forest has put up 60 points and there's 11:30 to go, right, in the game. And Duke's defensive average allows teams to like 58, 59 points. And we said, through a game and a half, through 3/4 of the game, they've allowed Wake Forest to have that average. Since then, in the last 7 minutes, Wake Forest has scored only 8, right? And we still haven't been able to close the game. Like that is, that's what's so bizarre about this. Here's the final chance for the run. I think so. And here's another turnover by Wake Forest. Like, how many times has Wake Forest turned over in the last, I want to say they've turned it over 3 or 4 times in the last, 5 possessions. And now this is the under 4 timeouts. Okay, so it's a 9-point game with 3:41 to go. And we just can't convert. This has happened to us at times, right? Where teams are just letting us back in the game, Wake Forest has 15 turnovers. Duke has 17 points off those turnovers. on the other side, we've turned it over 12 times, which isn't great, but it's not horrible. Like 12 times for total in a game is not terrible, but Wake has scored 19. So they've scored more points off fewer turnovers than we have. Yeah. Politics keeps us in the polls. Yeah, if we had at least one of them could be different. I wonder if they're roommates actually, because I do know that all the freshmen, the Duke freshmen, they room together. So it would be interesting. Like they probably got the same. They were probably both sick because they're roommates or something. And our 3-point shooting percentage is actually better in the second half, even though it doesn't look it, right? We were 3 of 15 from the 3 of 15 at the end of the first, and now we're 3 of 9 here in the second. We have the same number. We've actually hit more threes than Wake Forest. Sorry, we're 4 of 9. We're 4 of 9. We've hit more threes than Wake Forest. Oh yeah, Flip 0 of 5, Proctor 1 of 5, Roach 0 of 3. That's a good call out actually on that 3-pointers. Yep. I mean, if any of those two, right? That's how many? That's one. If we count them out, said 5, 10, that's 13 3-pointers. But between them, and they've hit one between the three of them, right? So they're 1 of 13 between the three of them. I mean, even if they shoot 3 of 13 between the three of them, that's another 6 points. Like, you're right in this game, right? It's another 6 points and it's a 1-possession game. It's a bummer, man. When your 3-point shooting percentage is 29%. Yeah, we're one of 7. 1 for our last 7 field goals, so. It just feels like Wake Forest wants to give us this game, and we're just like, nah. So many turnovers, and like the other problem is that a lot of the Wake Forest turnovers have been dead ball turnovers, so they're just not not that Duke is any good in transition anyway. As Filipowski goes for 3 again, and we can't get it, but the rebound we will, and Roach will go up with it, and Roach can't convert, but he will go to the free throw line here. I mean, didn't you say you gave it was Duke plus 3.5? Like, still might end up being a close game. As Roach, that's only his 3rd point tonight. Filipowski out, Ryan Young in. Duke ruining good things. This is why we can't have nice things, chat. As Roach gets both from the free throw line, not bad. Being able to score with the clock stopped, you know what? I'll take it. Just refusing to accept the gifts that Wake is offering. That's exactly how I would put it. Appleby gets it outside. This is Monsanto. That 3, no good. All right. So that's a missed 3, and it's a 7-point game. I got to make something out of this here. Actually, it should have gone down, to be honest. Here's Roach. Oh my God, they're going to call that an offensive foul. Wait, no, hold on. One ref calls that defensive. The other calls it offensive. What actually is it? The ref at the bottom called this a defensive foul. The ref at the top called it offensive. Which way is this actually going? I'm still not clear which way this is going. Okay, it's offensive. God damn it. Ugh. I think that's Roach's 4th because he just fouled again. Yeah, he did. And this is Wake Forest at the free throw line shooting too. Like, God damn it, man. It's a 7-point game. I mean, it's just right for an opportunity. If Duke goes down, you convert, you make it a 5-point game with 3 minutes to go. And now it's Appleby at the free throw line shooting 2. So bad. He makes them both. Of course he makes them both, because Wake Forest is going to hit every single free throw. God. 3 would be a huge lift, although you don't really need it. But here's Grandison for 3. Okay, that's way off. We can't bring down that offensive board. I think we're still getting killed on the rebounding, by the way. Yep, we're -8 on the rebounding, so that just isn't happening there. Which ref called the charge? The one I'm not exactly sure. It was the one above. Oh, and that's Hildreth for 2. All right, I think that might be icing on the cake there, as the lead is back to 11. That's unfortunate, because that was the opportunity. And I think we all know it. Unfortunate. Well, 2:20 to go here, 9-point game. I don't know. Maybe a turnover and a quick 3 makes it interesting. That's really the only prayer you have at this point. There's a high screen by Monsanto, leaves Appleby alone, and Monsanto's going to put up a 2-point shot there for the ACC logo, and he's going to convert that. So Wake Forest has hit its last 3 shots after Duke had the opportunity, but resulted in a Jeremy Roach offensive foul. And I mean, Duke scores again, but in the last 2 possessions, we're just trading buckets. So, well, it's not that they're getting scores when it's too late. It's just that they're just trading, right? So like, yeah. Are we going to be ranked? I don't know. It'd be well, like the tough thing is we don't play until the 31st, right? So we have like a long break here. We have an 11-day break. Yeah, first ACC road game, rusty because of the finals. No Lively, no Whitehead. It's a bit of a trifecta there against us. But look, I appreciate all of you hanging out here tonight. I wasn't sure if I was even going to stream because of the eye surgery for this morning, but I'm glad I did, because at least we all get to commiserate together. Misery loves company, as it says. But we're out here, win or lose. So if you're a Duke fan, please hit that sub button. It really helps the channel grow. And we're going to go for our goal of 1,000 subs this year. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. And although it looks like this one might not quite go our way, which is unfortunate. But hey, it happens. And actually, Filipowski's going to break his double-digit scoring streak, which is actually unfortunate. And Appleby gets fouled. Filipowski will pick up another foul there. That's his 4th. Now the foul's just kind of mounting up for Duke. It's a foul city. Yeah, Filipowski kind of frustrated from early on in the game when Wake was bringing a lot of double teams in against him. And Appleby will convert. Of course, he hasn't missed tonight at the free throw line, I don't think. Appleby, no, well, he's missed once. He's 12 of 13. And make that 13 to 14, so he's got 18 points. Called a foul for not fouling. Yeah, I mean, it's been rough. And Wake 4, there's Ryan Young with a putback. Yeah, Ryan Young showed some good effort tonight. He's got 10. Wake Forest going to probably storm the court too. These classless ingrates, Wake Forest Demon Deacon fans. Timeout Wake. For what? I have no idea. Anybody up for a miracle minute? Wake absolutely storms the court. It's not even a question. I didn't even know Virginia Tech was ranked. Actually, North Carolina's not ranked. Could it be that both Duke and North Carolina end up not ranked? Good Lord. Yeah, Jolly, Jolly, I think so. Jolly GPD 8. I think so. A minute to go with down 9. It's looking bleak. It was, you know what? It's not like we didn't have our chances though. All right, they'll just call another foul. Like, why not? Like, Jalen Blakes will foul out. Jalen Blakes 17 points. Good effort tonight. Someone get Jay Will. Jalen Blakes will foul out with 17 points. Actually, the highest scoring Blue Devil tonight. So, you know, he stepped up. Good for him tonight. Definitely his best game, best career game at Duke. Unfortunately, it didn't come in a winning effort, but the foul disparity is insane. Like, it's just crazy. This one's gonna get me. Wake Forest has taken 27 free throws. They've made 23 of them. They've shot 85% as a team. Like, come on, man. We only took 14. Like, they've taken twice as many free throws as us. Come on. Jolly, thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated. And if you did sub, call it out in chat. We only do Duke streams. Yes, I am a Duke fan. I went to Duke as a student twice, so this is a Duke only thing, and that's kind of the way we want to keep it. Player of the game poll, not tonight. We didn't win, Chalk. We didn't win. There is no player of the game. The Big Sky Traveling Trio, thank you very much for your sub. Much appreciated. Thank you. Duke is your dream college. That's awesome to hear. It was a lot of fun. It's a fantastic place. All right, your final margin is going to be 11. Yeah, there's no players of the game because we did not win. That only happens when we win. So, if we play Wake again, we need to blow them out. I think we do. I think this is a home and away, honestly. Let me double check. Is it a home and away? Yeah, it is. We play them on the 31st, January 31st, back in Durham. So it is a home and away. Yep. Actually, they did not storm the court. Hey, not bad. I didn't give them enough credit. So, okay, folks. At least Wake Forest won a natty tonight. Yeah. All right. Well, that was boy, that was unfortunate. Well, that's an unfortunate way to end your Tuesday. But as I said, I appreciate everybody hanging out with us here tonight. Look, we don't come back until the 31st. That game is going to be a game against Florida State. We will be back right here on this channel. So again, appreciate all of those that did hit the sub button there. And I got a feeling we'll win in Cameron. There's for sure. But look, I think that's going to be it for me. I'm going to go finish out recovering here from the eye surgery from this morning. Honestly, I'm not sure I want to see anything more today after that one. But hey, thank you very much, everybody. Much appreciated. We'll see you back here on the 31st for the game against Florida State. Have a very Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to all of you. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Otherwise, have a very safe next week and a half. And we'll see you all then. Take care, everybody. Good night. And as always, go Duke.